with another episode of Jacksonville Buzz's 5-Minute Salute. I'm Steve Strum. As always, next to me is the cerebrally talented Chris Budahas.
Thank you.
Good to see you. I didn't almost forget what you look like. Last time we were here, we needed a book.
I thought you were going to say celebrity disabled or something like that.
No, that's for another episode. I think I saw you on a movie.
You did?
Yeah, the Colonel, Commando.
Oh, it's Schwarzenegger.
You're a little smaller in person. I thought that, you'd be, he's
Thanks.
More the size. But
well, who's that?
This happens to be Arthur Bendahal with Defeating Cancer with ACCCOLPH. Did I say it right?
ACCCOLPH.
ACCCOLPH.
We nailed it.
Walk us through what that mouthful is.
ACCCOLPH basically is prostate cancer awareness 501c3 that I started after I defeated cancer. And the name ACCCOLPH is actually an acronym. It's for my family. I'm Arthur, Chris, Chanel, and Chiquita Bendahal, because each one of us had a different experience when I was going through the journey.
So you, military career, thank you very much.
Yes.
Work for the city also, thank you very much. For the city that is today. All kinds of things.
Yes.
And this is now your passion project. Now I know that we try to have fun on the show, try to have, it's entertaining because it's fun to get in here and talk about your passion. But the thing that you're talking about, well, for all of us gentlemen here, is cancer that possibly can be related, although not mutually exclusive, to gentlemen and the prostate.
Yes.
What were you talking? You were talking offset a little bit about some facts within the military about the amount of diagnoses.
In the military community, 15,000 veterans every year will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. It's the number one cancer that the VA is fighting. 200,000 veterans are living with it. The most significant thing is prostate cancer is asymptomatic until you get into the later stages, and it's harder to cure. So I'm out here telling people to get tested. Take their prostate-specific antigen test. It's a regular blood test. If you take that, your levels are good. That's one way of monitoring it.
So Arthur, for you and your journey, how did you find out you had prostate cancer? Like, what was that day like?
It was a different day. I was coming from the gym and
with a personal record, right?
Personal bench press, feeling cocky, talking noise in the gym. Swing by my doctor's office and get dropped the news. He confirmed that I had prostate cancer, and this was after I went to the urologist. He confirmed it, and it was a tough day.
Yeah,
I feel like somebody gives you a hard gut shot.
Yeah.
And from going from bench pressing, thinking a muscle man, to like, wow, I just got in the express lane of death, and that was kind of morbid.
Yeah.
Well, there's such a stigma, not as much these days, but, historically speaking, when you talk about things like cancer, you think about people that get cancer look like they should have.
Yeah, like they're sick,
like
right?
They're weak or they're small or they're, very frail or whatever. But you look like a very muscular gentleman who's not afraid to throw the weights around. So you're sitting here coming out of a gym, a personal best, in lifting weights on a bench press, right? You're probably doing a car.
Yeah.
And you find out, hey, guess what? Does Arthur have tomorrow?
Exactly.
So, but you beat it.
I beat it.
Congrats on that. And, what would you tell people that might be watching this show that might go, oh, wow, Hercules over here can, get it. Then that means I can get it.
Yes.
What would be like the thing that you'd love to communicate to the audience today that might be watching, military, outside the military, in Jacksonville? We have people watching this thing from all over the place with regards to your journey and what your recommendation for them would be to do.
1 out of 8 men will get it. 1 out of 5 veterans. My recommendation is know your levels, know your PSA levels. And when you go in, if you do your annual physical, just tell your doctor you want to get a prostate-specific antigen test. It'll tell you your level. The biggest thing about prostate cancer is the stigma. No one wants to talk about it. When I felt like that gut shot I was talking about, secondly, I was embarrassed. It has a stigma. So what I want men to do is just be proactive. You can beat this thing, feel better, and get your life back. But you gotta face it. Don't run from it.
So with your nonprofit, how long have you been around? And you said the biggest thing you guys do is advocacy for folks that go out there, spread the word, and have folks go out there and get the antigen test.
We've been fighting prostate cancer at Defeat Cancer for 3 years now.
Okay.
We've been in the community. We do events. We try to sponsor men. If they don't have insurance, we try to give them the resources to get PSA tests. We got to get men to take their health, because we know 40% of men don't get annual physical. We're macho, man. I feel great. So if you're not getting an annual physical and you're going by how I feel, that's not an accurate metric of your health.
As my physician, I'd actually be watching this. True story. I'm that guy that's in between. I'll go to the annual physical, but I just don't get time to get the blood test. But you can't do one; you got to do both, right? Because you got to make sure. I mean, look how good this guy looks right over here next to me, right? Chris Budahas, picture of health. He looks good on the outside, but maybe not so much on the inside. But he looks good on the outside, right?
Yeah.
So I will schedule. I apologize. Thank you. But no, in all sincerity, it's probably true. You might be watching. But in all sincerity, having that physical, right? Even if you're a very strong guy, a very fit individual, right? You're just as suspect for that situation as somebody else. And the stigma is, fellows of a certain age also have to have a couple other procedures, for the colon cancer area. But, the way you got to look at it is it's a lot better than the alternative.
Yeah.
And so, as we take it away, that one thing that you would tell them, about your 501c3, about your journey, what's that takeaway for the guy watching going, I need to do that?
We're just a bunch of guys. All the survivors we're just a bunch of guys. We laugh, we joke. We can ask those informal questions that you're embarrassed to ask or afraid. We lead you to the doctor. We'll let you show you there's no shame. And it's like sitting around the bar asking a guy, having a conversation about a very serious topic where we laugh, we joke, where we share facts.
Well, I guess on the heels of
That's
embarrassed to talk about, or not wanting to talk about, is there anything that you're embarrassed that I didn't talk about? Or
other than your tie, that's about it. You look like a traffic cone.
I know. It's day glow, man.
It's clean, man. I like it. It's clean.
I'll just go to the airport and kind of direct the planes in. Anything is anything we left about how to get
No,
more
I think it's really
information,
important. Health, you got to take it it's serious, right? And there's plenty of health care out there for folks, and with our veteran community, the VA, especially in Northeast Florida, is extremely helpful. And you just got to, you got to know what your health is, and that's an internal look that you just can't figure out on your own. So getting with your doctor is probably that's the message I'm hearing, is go schedule your appointment with your doctor and go get checked out.
Talk to your doctor.
Yeah,
it's not that
and
complicated.
whether you're Hercules or not so much, it still can happen to you.
Absolutely.
Still can happen.
So I really appreciate you guys, coming on the show today, talking about that. Of course, to both of you gentlemen, growing up in the Army. Thank you all for your service to our great country. We can't do this without both of you. Maybe not him. I don't know. It's debatable sometimes. But I do not want to get in trouble with Lady Budahas. So sure. We have fun and sit close. And we want to have fun talking about a tough topic. What we'll do is we'll make sure to post all your stuff on the dailynewsnetwork.com, all your links and everything about how to get involved or how to ask questions or how to schedule through the resources the military has. And really appreciate you coming on and talking about your own journey, but then how you're using that as a platform with your family to help other people say, you know what, I might need to have that taken care of, and it's okay.
It's okay.
So, with that, we're going to get out of here.
Thanks
Good
again.
to see you, man.
Appreciate it. Sir, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yep.
Gentlemen, thank you for all the service to the hard work. For you, young man, thank you so much for coming on our show.
Yeah,
Everybody here,
that's right.
if you like us, share us. Thank you for joining us today, and live with gratitude.